Brady Lail, a right-handed starting pitcher from South Jordan, Utah, was drafted by the Yankees in the 18th round of the 2012 draft. After a successful 2014 campaign, the 22-year-old has continued to climb the minor league ladder. Former foe and fellow Yankee prospect, second baseman Tony Renda, knows firsthand it's not easy facing Brady Lail.
He goes right after you with his fastball, and then he's got pretty devastating off speed to counter it. It's a tough at bat.
He's only 21 years old, but he's a smart guy. I have him 3 years ago at GCL, and I could tell you right away I saw him throwing the bullpen. I know that we have something special.
I love his energy, his makeup, and his outing. He showed that his stuff was getting better.
The one thing that kind of sticks out is we were in Portland, and he had like a 4 or 5 run first inning, tough first inning, and he held him to no more runs through like the next 7. So I mean, the dude's 21 years old. To be able to do that at this level, to have a bad inning and then hold him for 6, 7 scoreless, that's something that you don't see. That's pretty special.
I go out there every game, and I feel like I learn the game even more and more and more. Each and every outing I go, I'm like, oh man, this can work. Sequences, reading swings, I can actually see that now. It's just helping me grow up a little faster, mature, on the mound, off the mound. I finally got into a good routine each and every day. My film work, getting together with the catchers. I just feel like the whole game in general, I'm just maturing and growing up a lot more.
When he's not in the game, when he's not pitching, he pays attention to what the other team's doing, which I think is something that you don't see in pitchers a lot, and you can tell that he's going to be a really good pitcher because of that. So he knows what to expect when it is his time to pitch.
The thing that he do well, he's been able to keep working on that. You know, it's not that, okay, I do this well, let me work on something else.
You know, I'm finally finding a groove for me. It's just not trying to do too much on the mound, not trying to throw hard, not trying to, make everything nastier, and that's what really I feel like it's gotten me to this point. And it's pitch to contact, throw as many strikes as possible, get that first strike out of the way. So I've really taken that to heart, is just kind of do my job, just help the team out and keep going.
Lail's self-awareness as a pitcher has proved vital. After just one start at High A Tampa this season, 5 shutout innings with 9 strikeouts, the right-hander received a promotion to Double A Trenton.
The first couple outings, he was worried about it, asking me some question like, Rosie, that I would stay here, I need to get my stuff up here from Tampa. I said, hey, just go out there and have fun and pitch your game, and don't let that distract you.
It's an honor to be there for Double A, being so young, and it was just a fun atmosphere right away, and just wanted to be a part of this team.
It's like a dream for any pitching coach, to have a guy like that. I think when you don't throw 97, 98, you should have a quick tempo, and he's good at that.
I think we do a good job by reminding him every night, work fast, get the ball, get the sign, let's go get it. That way your infield, your defense will be on their toes and will always be ready.
Helps you a lot. You're always in the game. Your mind doesn't have a chance to wander. You have to stay locked in on every single play.
From first pitch, I really try to establish that rhythm, that pace, and that's not feeling to be rushed. It's more of just get me in that comfort zone.
It's clear that Lail's pace, command, and fastball control are his strengths, as none of his pitches are rated higher than a 60. With that said, Lail continues to evolve as a pitcher and fine-tune his repertoire.
This year, my sinker's been outstanding. I feel like it's something that I can throw in any count. For a strike, it gets me back to where I really am. I still have my 4-seam. I've mixed in my cutter a little. My changeup at this level, I feel like, has definitely grown from what I've done last year. My curveball is still my go-to. I love it. Again, it just calms me down. If I'm struggling trying to find the zone, I can just kind of float one in there and get me back on pace and get me back in my rhythm.
Now he's not afraid to throw the curveball or changeup on fastball counts, and that's why he's been so successful lately, because he's keeping the hitter off balance, using the changeup on fastball counts.
He's always have some movement in his ball, his fastball, but now he's creating more movement. If you could see, well, he got 100 innings, 50-something strikeouts, you might feel like, well, it's not that many strikeouts, but let me tell you, I know that he got the strikeout pitch when he got runners third and less than 1 out. You know what I mean? He can also have that, but his game is to pound the strikes on and be able to get some early contact.
He's getting better with his command, working hand the count, challenging the hitters. He's not afraid to, throw the fastball. And the one thing I like the most about him on the mound, his composure. Whether guys on base or not, he remains the same, and he knows his focus is to help the team to win.
In Trenton this season, Brady Lail pitched like he belonged. He recorded a 2.45 earned run average in just over 100 innings, while holding opponents to a 228 batting average and striking out 63. The changed perspective that Lail gained after taking a line drive off his head in the first inning of his Double-A debut on May 11th has played a role in his ascent through the minor league system.
It was a scary experience. Man, he barreled one up, got me in the head. I think somebody said it was like 104, 105 off the bat, so I really didn't have any reaction time. It hit me in a good place to be hit, I guess I should say. You know, a little up, it would have, I can't even imagine what could happen. It was a light switch for me. Once it hit me, it was like, man, I really got to appreciate where I am and what I'm doing for this team and being a part of a great organization. It really opened my eyes to get out there and do what I do. And one of those experiences that makes me appreciate the small things and the thing I do every day, and I get the chance to play the beautiful game of baseball.
He's a competitor. He goes out there and gives it his all every day. He got hit in the head earlier this season, and to see that kid bounce back and make his next start, I think that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
He's the same guy when he's not pitching as when he's pitching. You know, he doesn't treat the game any differently. He doesn't treat the dugout any differently, and he doesn't want to be treated differently. He's just one of the guys, and on that day, he just happens to be pitching.
I mean, I'm not a guy that's going to go out there and throw hard. I'm a guy that's going to get out there, do my job, and try to get the team, try to keep them in line for a W. I'm just a team player, and I just want to be excited to play this beautiful game, and with all these prospects and all these people that are going through the game with me, it's just I just want to be an influence that excites them, and you know, just be that guy.